peace, and love. You're now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, DONKILAM, also known as Malik Kilam. And as always, prosperity is your divine birthright. Much peace and love, much peace and love. I'm going to go over this very quick. This is just a video. I'm attaching to an eBook called Freedom of Association. This is the only time I will be sharing it with the live. If y'all want to book a one-on-one consult, text Private Life to 702-200-4900. So, this is called Freedom of Association. It's an ebook that I just finished, a quick ebook. I might put it on the Amazon Kindle. But Freedom of Association, organize, govern, and protect your privacy. Okay? And what this does is breaks down unincorporated associations and how to open them up, even if you don't want to attach a social security number. Okay? Which, I mean, even if you did attach a social, you're straight with an unincorporated association. Okay? So, if you're in my school, you can go to the school, school.com/DonKilam. Go to the classroom, Freedom of Association, okay? And there's the ebook, and this video will be in there when I'm done with it, okay? This same video with the screen share. But Freedom of Association. So first, what the book is going to break down, and I just want to go through this really quick with y'all, and then I want to show y'all some real-life examples. Get you a virtual address. It was just surprising to me how many people fail to realize this. The back to the basics. Get you a business address. Have a actual business address, and you can get virtual business addresses at ipostal1.com and other places such as Opus Virtual Office. Regus, R-E-G-U-S. Just Google these things. But iPostal1 is one where I like to use, and you can even get out of the country. They got all the states, including Puerto Rico. My first foreign organization was in Switzerland. They also got Taiwan. Okay, they got Puerto Rico, United Kingdom. Okay, so wherever you decide you want to choose, but keep going on in the book before you choose your address, okay? But you can send mail and receive mail from anywhere in the world and have it forwarded straight to you, okay? Same way, get you a business phone number. Address and phone number is crucial, and even a business email, okay? All right? Then you want to get listed in the 411 with listyourself.net, okay? But get you a business phone number. You can go to Opus Virtual Office for that. You can go to Grasshopper for that. Ring Central. What's the other one? GoDaddy.com. Zoom has phone numbers. There's plenty of places to go, okay? Get you a business phone number. Because this is to set you up for funding. If you want to get funding later on, there's a different way to get funding for trust and unincorporated associations. And I'm gonna touch on that later on this year, this summer. And then boom, get you a Palau ID. You can get you a world passport or an international driver's license with that Palau ID. But get you a foreign ID. If you want to stay foreign, you don't want to use your social security number over here in the United States, get your Palau ID. And they also issue Palau addresses as well. So I just want to throw it out there. There's a link in the book. Make sure you click it, okay? Click that link right there. It's going to take you straight to the website. This is legit. It's a digital residency. Become a digital resident. And you can do this in Estonia as well. All right. And then the United States has a peace and compact treaty with them. They protect them. All right. And also, this is a Web3 identity protocol and something called RNS, a root name system. All right, I'm not deep into that, but it's for digital protection. This gives you a digital and physical nationality ID card that you can use online all these apps, hotels, credit cards. This will be a foreign ID used for digital verification and identity verification, especially on crypto exchanges. So if you're a crypto user, trader, or investor, you need a backup identity document or just a foreign ID. Get this. And you can pay for it through a digital currency. They're launching something called stablecoin backed by its national currency, okay, which is the US dollar. So I just want to throw that out there. And you can get a foreign bank account in Palau with this. Just throwing it up there. So this touches a lot of that. So if you want to be foreign, because I'm showing you how to be foreign. A lot of people are scared to be foreign if they're in the United States, which is crazy. There's a difference. Let me just show you these really fast. I'm showing you how to get to actually be foreign. I want you to see that you're already foreign. Because the United States is a federal corporation. Under 8 U.S.C. 1408, nationals but not citizens of the United States. When you see what a national is, the term national is a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. This comes from 8 U.S.C. 1101 A21. Again, a national is the term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. So if you're from Texas, you're a Texan. That's your nationality. Texan can be your nationality. If you're from Missouri, Missourians. Alaska, Alaskans. Hawaii, Hawaiians. So the term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. And the reason why I need everybody to understand this, because everything is business. A person is business. A person is a corporation. So I'm showing you how to be foreign on the individual aspect, but you're already operating as a business, and that puts you under United States means a federal corporation. So when you're claiming a citizen versus a national, right? U.S. citizen, U.S. business means U.S. citizen. So I need you to understand this. When you claim that you're a citizen, you claim that you're a person, you're a United States business, you belong to the United States. The United States owns anything and all of its citizens. That's its property. That's its asset. Hope that makes sense. That's why you have to understand trust. That's why you have to understand the Social K trust. You're identifying with a Social Security number. That's a trust. Okay, I'm not going to get deep on this. The Social Security number is tied to a trust, which is United States business. So all the assets belong to United States corporation. Okay. So when you need to learn how to become a national, and there is a difference, and I'll show you when you're looking up in the police handbooks. Look, check me out, the police handbook. We're gonna look up Orlando Police Handbook, Foreign Nationals. All right, they have a different protocol on how to deal with nationals, due to the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. Okay? So now they have to deal with whoever your leader is, okay? The same way with Chicago. I'm not getting deep into this today, but I'm just showing y'all there's a difference between being a national and being a citizen. What is the Vienna Convention? It's an international treaty recognized by the United States that establishes minimum standards with respect to the treatment of foreign nationals. A foreign national is any person who is not a United States citizen, including permanent residents and undocumented aliens. So you can be a permanent resident, but you have to be a national, okay? There's a difference in law. So I'm just throwing it out there so y'all can see the scope that we're going from. Now, you go in there, I'm showing everybody how to establish this bank account, okay? You're going to need trustees. You're going to need bylaws. You might need your meeting minutes, okay? And all this is in there for you. Now, there's ways to get an EIN without providing a Social Security number. And the point being, this shows you what to fill in exactly. Step 1, line 1, legal name. Line 2, trade name. Line 3, care of trustee, responsible person. Line 4, the address. Line 7A, the responsible party. Now, if the responsible party is foreign, the IRS instructs you to write foreign in the Social Security number. Or you could write all zeros, okay? But write foreign. F-O-R-E-I-G-N. F-O-R-E-I-G-N. That's what you write in the Social Security numbers. And then you have to fax this in. Or you have to mail it in. You cannot do this online. If you're doing this online, you have to fax, mail, and sometimes you can call, okay? Sometimes you can call. You might have a long waiting line, a long waiting time, but it's going to take 3 to 6 weeks. Now, there's something else you can do. You can go get you a registered agent. I like Northwest Registered Agent. Y'all see it right here. And you sign up with their services, and you can get an EIN with no social. Okay? They'll do it for you. EIN service right here. So, tax ID number for foreigners. Not a U.S. citizen who don't have a Social Security number, no problem. Or you could do it for free by mailing it in and following the steps in the book, okay? Now, once you got the EIN back, here is everything that you're going to need to open up this unincorporated association, okay? Everything you're going to need. And I'm going to show y'all real-life examples first. Let me show you real-life examples first. I already have it pulled up. So, there's the EIN I had got. I'm not going to pull it up and show y'all right now, but that's the actual EIN. It's a CP575 notice. So you are going to need a mission statement, okay? Why is this business open? Our mission is to bring something just like this. Our mission is to bring people together in service to humanity for promoting compassion, cooperation, and responsible stewardship of the earth. As an unincorporated association, we support projects and initiatives that uplift communities, protect our planet, and inspire individuals to live with greater kindness, awareness, and purpose. Through education, collaboration, and direct action, we strive to create a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world for present and future generations. And it can be as simple or complex as you want. But I want you to know it can be just strictly a private club. A private club can be considered an unincorporated association. And to get in, it can be the membership requirements. You have to have membership requirements. And the membership requirements could be by blood or marriage. It just depends on what you want to do. Okay? So, that's going to be in your bylaws or your constitution. Now I'm going to show you. This is what we had. Bylaws. This is something that really worked. This is something that I really did. You got the purpose. What's the purpose? It's organized for social, charitable, educational, and informational purposes. The board of trustees. Who's on the board? Who's the officers? And then I include non-disclosure agreements, indemnity agreements. As you will see, what's included in here, you're going to see. We got the name. My apologies, y'all. We got the name, we got the form, we got the principal office, and then the purpose. Is it charitable, educational, social, religious, community, or private? It could be private. And it can be for profit, okay? The association shall not be operated for profit. This one isn't. And no part of the net earnings shall inure to the benefit of any individual member. Membership. How to become a member. Describe how you can become a member. How do they need an application? Do they need payment of dues, approval by trustees? And then the rights and responsibilities, and how to terminate membership. What governs them? What's the governing body? Power and duties of the trustee. The terms of office. How long shall each trustee serve? Removal and resignation. Officers. Who are the officers? Then annual meetings. Who shall hold the meetings? When the meetings will be? How the meetings occur? How do you vote? Sounds like the government, don't it? Finance and banking. Bank accounts and trust arrangements. Records and reports. And then indemnification of the trustees. The association shall identify and hold harmless each trustee, officer, and any person acting at the direction or request of the association. Also, confidential information. Everything will be confidential. Every agreement will be private. Non-disclosure agreements with financial institutions. They cannot sell you information or release this to any government entity or anything, because this is unincorporated. This means you do not have to incorporate it with the Secretary of State. The government cannot put their nose in your business unless you're doing something illegal, okay? So I'm just showing you this is responsibilities, non-solicitation. Boom, there's the adoption of the bylaws. Now, next, you need a banking resolution. Let me show you. This is what we use to open up our bank account at Chase Bank and PNC Bank. I'm giving y'all the same thing. See, y'all, you have more in yours, but you don't need that much. Mine is five things, but this one goes deep in detail. All right, you need a designation of the bank, the authorized signer, and who can deliver the documents. It's that simple. Now, this is the meeting minutes right here. And we did keep meeting minutes. Boom, boom, boom. Simple as that. This one shows who can open up the bank accounts. You know, every time the association has a meeting or you talk to the trustees, it needs to be documented. So that's the meeting minutes right there. And that's it. Now, I do want to define these things for you guys, so understand what's going on. When you look at this, the main thing I want you to see is common law. So, unincorporated association is a group of people in common law jurisdictions. Common law. When you use statutes, this means you have been incorporated. When you use codes and statutes, that means you have been incorporated into that business, okay? Common law is deeply rooted in the principle of stare decisis. Stare decisis is Supreme Court decisions tied to Catholic canon law. So, common law is deeply rooted in the principle of stare decisis, to stand by things decided, where courts follow precedents established by previous decisions. When a similar case has been resolved, courts typically align their reasoning with the precedent set in that decision. However, in the case of first impression, with no precedent or clear legislative guidance, judges are empowered to resolve the issue and establish new precedents. The common law is so named because it was common to all the king's courts across England, originated in the practice of the courts of the English kings. So when you're using an unincorporated association, you're incorporating the king's court. Okay? You're using royal law. You're using, I'm just throwing it out there. This is not my information. But this is what I'm putting out there, okay? And this is how I've came to my study. But common law. Common law. Now, when you go to open a bank, just look up, can you open up a bank account with an unincorporated association? And it's going to show you. Bank of America, Chase Bank, Truist. All these banks open up unincorporated associations, okay? So I want y'all to know this stuff is real. Now, look, when you look it up under federal law, an unincorporated business organization, they call them UBOs. It's a business arrangement used in lieu of a company or partnership. The investor acts as the settler of the trust, and gives the management rights to the trustee who holds title to the property for the benefit of the beneficiaries for the investment purposes. The investor settler has limited liability for his investment trust property. Only so is a similar arrangement to a limited partnership, also referred to as a Massachusetts trust, common law trust, or business trust. So when you hear the term common law trust, this is it. Okay? We can say the 508c1a, but I like to use the unincorporated association. This is the way I go. This is the way I've been pushing my people to go. This is the unincorporated association way. Okay? As of national. Now, the beneficiary of this is going to be either you can create a 508c1a, or which is a faith-based organization, or you can just create a nonprofit. All right? You can just create a regular nonprofit, and then this will be the beneficiary owner, the unincorporated business organization. Beneficial owner, but the beneficiary of this organization will be the nonprofit organization, if that's the route you want to go. So I just want y'all to clearly see how DONKILAM I've been operating this way for about 3 years, okay? For about 3 years using the unincorporated association method, and I haven't had any issues with opening bank accounts and just maneuvering this way. So this is the route to go. Make sure y'all get this class in the classroom, Freedom Association if you're in the school. And I will be putting this on Amazon Kindle for everybody, and you'll have access to the video with Amazon Kindle once it's uploaded to Amazon as well. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. You can always get a hold of me and schedule a consult by texting Private Life to 702-200-4900. Much peace and love.
Recording stopped.
Y'all tap in now. That was great, wasn't it? That was great.